So first impressions of the Wonder of the Seas, fantastic ship, very similar to the Symphony of the Seas. Beautiful, beautiful, ginormous ship, definitely one of the biggest ships I've ever been on. But you can tell they're still working out the kinks. The ship has been sailing for just about a month. It is May 2022, and I believe it started in the Caribbean in April 2022. So just some things that I noticed while I was on the ship is that they're definitely still getting used to the flow. The crew looks new. I don't know if some of them came from other ships, but for instance, one of the first times I've ever been on the ship where my cabin steward didn't come and meet me the first day I was on the ship. I didn't see her until the next day, and there were definitely some things that were not quite right in the cabin, which is my first experience with Royal Caribbean as well. But other than that, I can tell you that the Wonder of the Seas, the food is spectacular, particularly the specialty restaurants. Had a chance to visit Hooked, and they also have a new restaurant called Mason Jar, which is kind of southern comfort food that I'm really looking forward to tasting. They also have Giovanni Jamie's, which was one of my favorite restaurants, their Italian restaurant. I did try Giovanni's on the and let me tell you, their chicken parmesan was absolutely fantastic. It was delicious. But Hooked was very good. You have to try their lobster macaroni and cheese, as well as their messy fish sandwich. All in all, just a great experience here on the Wonder of the Seas. We are cruising in Europe, which is different. The makeup of the ship in terms of the passengers definitely reflects that, where it is primarily European. Where I cruised on the Celebrity Apex out of Greece, it was almost all American. So just being a travel agent, I'm always curious to know who cruises and where they cruise from and why they cruise, etc., etc. So that was a very interesting thing here on the Wonder of the Seas. Now, if you get a chance, you have to go to Boleros, where you can get some fantastic Latin flair dancing and music during the evening times, as well as Schooners, which is their piano bar, which is also great. Take requests there, you get a piano man that's just laying out those beautiful romantic piano tunes. Now the music hall is where you go to kind of hear your jazz. Tonight they're actually having a rock concert in there, but it's kind of your intimate club fare. Now on the Symphony of the Seas, they had the Jazz on 3, which they do not have. Interesting enough, this ship was supposed to be in China, and so they put a VIP gambling card room, I guess where Jazz on 3 would have been. The attic is where you go for your comedy and also your late night clubbing. So have not been there, but interested to see what that atmosphere is here in Europe. But all in all, it is a fantastic with just spectacular pieces everywhere. In the garden on Central Park, spectacular pieces. The artwork going up the stairwell, some of the best I've ever seen. I mean, it is really, really eye-catching. I'm always curious as to how they decide on how big to make the casinos on these cruise ships. Some of the older ones, they're like, take up the whole floor, and some of the newer ones, they're very small. Maybe gambling has decreased because gambling has become more legalized in a lot of countries and a lot of places. I don't know, but they definitely have shrunk the casino, in my opinion, from some of the ships that I've been on. Now, going up to deck 15, they have moved the buffet from 15 to 16. The Windjammer is there, and it's kind of set up like this horseshoe now, which is interesting because it does feel a little small for a ship this size. The buffet really got crowded. It is a fantastic ship. The Wonder of the Seas is a beautiful, beautiful ship. And this is my day 2. And by day 7, we'll see what happens. But for now, I am in heaven. This is PDH. I'll catch you in a minute.